My name is Emily Frankowski. I'm the director of Connect2Culture. Thanks for tuning in. Connect2Culture, who are we? Well, we're a community arts agency in Joplin. We're supporting and promoting all of the arts and cultural offerings at all times through a variety of resources on and offline. One of maybe you're tuned into is the Joplin Arts and Cultural Calendar. Many of the organizations presenting today submit their events to that calendar. We're also a leader of the Cornell complex that will be built in downtown Joplin coming 2022. And we are a performing arts presenter bringing national touring artists through our Curtains Up series. But as a community arts agency, we offer annual Connect2Culture Roundtable series. This is a series of professional development workshops for all of our arts and cultural organizations. And today we're here for the 5th annual Joplin Arts and Cultural Preview. We started this event with 3 different goals in mind. First, we wanted to create a safe space where arts and cultural organizations could come together and share what events they have planned for the upcoming year. We wanted a certain synergy to develop and inspire collaborations between all of the organizations and just continue to foster that sense of community in Joplin and the Joplin area. Secondly, we wanted to make this information readily available to the public so that we can make it more accessible and grow audience for all of these organizations that work so hard. Thirdly, we wanted to invite the media and share this information with them so that they could pencil the dates into their calendar and make sure to cover these important events. So let me explain how this is gonna work. So each of the organizations that we have, and we should have about 40 or 42 presenting, will have 2 minutes to explain the mission of their organization, what they've got planned for this upcoming year, and also why you might be interested, why you might want to attend these events or participate. We've got 42, like I said, that have signed up, and of course, nobody likes to go first, so Connect2Culture will go first. Before we do that, if you have any questions throughout the program, please make sure to type them to the Q&A. You can either put them in the Q&A if you're watching on Zoom, or you can also put them into the Facebook, into the comments. At the end of this program, we will take a look at all of them, and we will try to bring back the organization that you are asking a question about. Also, we will have this on our Facebook page to watch at a later date. There will be a recording there, and then we'll also have a recording on YouTube within 48 hours, and so you can watch it there. Whenever the organization is presenting, I do ask that you will state your name, your affiliation, and what group you are representing. And like I've already told all the arts and cultural organizations, myself or Lauren, who is our community arts assistant, will be muting and unmuting people, and we will be asking them to share their video or turning their video off. And so it might take us a few times to get it together and make sure that we have everything going well, but I think that we can do it. Technology. All right. So without further ado, since nobody likes to go first, I will go first. You should see a slide for that particular organization when they go, and then you'll see also a timer in the bottom right corner. So I'm gonna give it my best shot to hit the 2-minute mark so that I don't get muted. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start. So like I said, here we go. Hello, I am Emily Frankowski. I am the director of Connect2Culture. Connect2Culture is the cultural heartbeat of Joplin, and unlike any organization in the area, we are a nonprofit seeking to enhance the Joplin area by igniting a passion for the arts, culture, and entertainment. We do just that as a community arts agency, visionary, and performing arts presenter. As a community arts agency, Connect2Culture promotes and supports all arts and cultural activity in the Joplin area on a daily basis, serving as the collective voice for over 40 organizations. These services not only benefit the organizations themselves, but the community at large. By highlighting and sharing information through a variety of channels, accessibility to creative offerings is reliable and greatly increased. We invite everyone to benefit from these free and fun services. Connect2Culture still remains the driving force and visionary behind the Harry M. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, which will contribute to our annual performance capacity and the revitalization of downtown Joplin. Since you'll be hearing about this from one of the board members later today, into too much detail, but I will say that this new home for the arts will be an extremely multifunctional building consisting of a 475-seat performance hall, new and expanded gallery spaces for Spiva Center for the Arts, an outdoor amphitheater, festival plaza, rooftop venues, office space for arts and cultural organizations, and more. We're excited to make it our home. As a performing arts presenter, we offer world-class entertainment in Joplin at an affordable price. Also known as the Curtains Up series, Connect2Culture offers residents and visitors the chance to experience a variety of artists from across the globe who would otherwise not stop in Joplin. This year, like most, we have been particularly delayed in announcing our season due to COVID-19, and we have some fabulous artists picked out. We aren't quite ready to announce the names yet, but I will say we have a Christmas production, Chicano band, a female country group, and even a performance featuring a jazz great from Joplin itself, Charles McPherson. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy Connect2Culture's offerings.
Thank you, Emily. My name's Jim Haney. I'm the superintendent at George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver National Monument is the birthplace and childhood home of the influential scientist, educator, and humanitarian. Established in 1943, it is the first national park to honor an African American. The park preserves a commemorative landscape that includes the woodlands that young Carver knew as a child. The park is open 9 to 5 daily, year-round, and all of our programming is free. I just wanted to summarize a few of the events we offer in a normal year, and of course, we hope to have a normal year again soon. Although Carver's complex life and legacy remains first and foremost in our core programming, we're also a place to explore the arts, or the expressions of the soul, as Carver defined art. In deference to Carver's lifelong passion for art, we host an Art in the Park event in the spring, where area artists showcase their work. Our annual Carver Day has featured not only Carver scholars, but also poets like Frost medalist Marilyn Nelson, who is featured in the picture there. Marilyn dedicated a volume of her poetry to Carver, and Pulitzer Prize winning nominee Clifton Talbert, the author of Once Upon a Time When We Were Colored. Both Carver Day and Prairie Day include live music, such as gospel, blues, folk, and other roots genres. Also, living history actors perform at our Storytelling Days event. In the past, we've had portrayals of Carver, but also Harriet Tubman, Thomas Hart Benton, and Theodore Roosevelt. We have also hosted the wonderful and satirical Chinelos dancers from Arkansas as part of our Hispanic Heritage Celebration. Please check us out on our website and Facebook. Please let us know programming that you would like to see, and thank you for your support.
Creative Learning Alliance is an organization created with the desire to bring a science center to Joplin. And while COVID-19 has certainly impacted and slowed the momentum this year, the project to do just that is still moving forward. Late last year, our board authorized our outreach committee to build multiple exhibits that could be taken to events throughout the area for kids to interact with and to build awareness of our group and the science center that we hope to create. After countless hours of brainstorming and a tremendous amount of work, the gifted people on this committee created approximately 15 exhibits, only to not be able to utilize them. Unable to deploy our exhibits, the team has explored several alternative community outreach strategies, including using video to demonstrate the exhibits, create learning modules to engage kids and parents, and increasing social media engagement to build support. But after some thoughtful, honest conversation, we decided that with only one chance to make a good first impression, that none of the alternatives were a good fit, as schools, as well as established organizations and children's museums in the United States and abroad are already offering online STEAM-based classes and activities. So while the Creative Learning Alliance waits for some sense of the new normal to emerge, the board is seeking to gain traction and momentum by hiring a part-time contracted project coordinator to work with the board in laying the groundwork and building the infrastructure that will enable us to hit the ground running when the environment changes in a way that will allow us to directly interact with the community again. This person will, among other things, work to build community awareness of our project, develop our website, create and implement a social media and overall marketing strategy. So if any of you know of someone that you think would fit this mold, please reach out to me and I would love to speak with them. Thank you.
My name is Steve Dorr, and I'm co-chair of the Joplin Arts Fest, Kiwanis Club of Joplin, Spiva Center for the Arts, Joplin Regional Artists Coalition, and Connect2Culture are the organizing sponsors for our festival. Those four groups are involved in the planning and operation of the festival. Our in-person festival was originally scheduled for September 18th and 19th at Mercy Park. However, because of the COVID-19 and related things involved there, we've had to cancel the festival. But instead, we are going to be offering a virtual online festival from noon Friday, September 18th through noon on Monday, September 21st. We will have 30 participating artists and about 300 pieces of artwork that will be available for sale. They will be, you can find our festival during those dates on our website at www.joplinartsfest.com, and we will have more information on the festival, on our online festival as it approaches and everything on our Facebook page, as well as on our Instagram. So we look forward to seeing everybody come out and support our online festival. We think it'll be a great opportunity for people in our area to see a lot of regional, nationally, and local recognized artists. So thank you very much and have a great day, everybody.
I'm Alicia Nunley, and I am with Langston Hughes Cultural Society. About 120 years ago, Joplin, Missouri saw the birth of one of the greatest writers America's ever known, the poet Langston Hughes. He traveled the world, became a driving force in the Harlem Renaissance, and has been the voice of Black global citizens across time and place. But he never forgot Joplin. And in fact, in 1958, he came back to visit his brother's grave. He walked our downtown streets, visited our stores, and met our community. What an honor to be the birthplace of such a great man. While there are many scholars who study him, there has not yet been established an organization that promotes and honors his life, works, and legacy in Joplin until now. I'm proud to introduce you to the Langston Hughes Cultural Society, a nonprofit organization dedicated to celebrating Langston Hughes and the indelible mark he made on American culture through his life, his work, and his legacy. We're a young organization, and we are currently establishing our leadership. But we have 4 specific areas in which we plan to serve Hughes' legacy at the Joplin community. Number 1 is to increase awareness and appreciation of Langston Hughes and his contributions to art, literature, and education. To increase awareness and appreciation of Langston Hughes' connection to the Joplin community. To provide educational, artistic, literary, and cultural opportunities in Joplin, Missouri, the birthplace of Langston Hughes. To help fund and maintain locations with historical connection to Langston Hughes in the Joplin area. We currently are very active in promoting content on our Facebook page, so if you haven't already, please follow us and interact with us. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Jill Sullivan. I am the Director of Post Art Library. I like to describe our organization as a cozy nonprofit nestled inside Joplin Public Library. Though we're located in their building, we are a separate entity with our own funding source and our own governing board. Our mission is to enrich the community of Joplin by perpetuating Dr. and Mrs. Post's love of art, architecture, history, and historic preservation through public access to arts-related library resources and services, educational programming, events, events and exhibits. Although we canceled all in-person programming for the remainder of this year, we are glad to be a part of some exciting collaborations in the works for 2021, including, though not necessarily limited to, Missouri Art Now, a traveling art exhibit celebrating the Missouri Bicentennial by featuring 60 artists who currently live and work across the state, and Charles McPherson, The Journey Home, a multifaceted program which you'll hear more about in the coming months. Our library exhibition schedule resumes in September. We're working on virtual promotions in lieu of an in-person event for this year's Joplin Writers Fair, which usually takes place in the library each October. And we're considering virtual alternatives for our annual holiday tea, which we host in the library each December. Though, to be honest, I'm not really sure how that will pan out. Additionally, we continue our ongoing work with local history, historic preservation, the library's makerspace, and other library-specific services. We're hopeful to be able to plan with certainty for spring programming just in time for National Poetry and Preservation Month partnerships, but we also realize the need to remain flexible during this time. Lastly, a big shout out to Connect2Culture for hosting this, and to both Emily and Lauren for working so hard to make it go virtual. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.
Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Larson. I am the president of Heartland Opera Theater. We are your only 4 states opera company. We've been around for coming on 22 seasons, bringing professional opera to Southwest Missouri. We do everything from massive main stage shows to small pop-ups in parks. We are really proud to be coming off of our 21st season, and recently found out we were awarded 3rd prize in the professional opera category for the American Prize, which rewards opera and classical music. So we are an award-winning opera company now. As we look ahead towards our 22nd season, we are still in the midst of making our plans. I am excited about what we've got ahead, but we are not quite at the point where we can share it publicly yet. But really our goal is to figure out ways that Heartland can continue to be a fixture in our musical community in ways that are safe with these COVID times, but also advancing the love of opera and access to it. So more great things to come with that. So with that, I'm going to give back the rest of my 55 seconds. Thanks so much, Emily.
I'm Chad Stebbins, Director of the Institute of International Studies at Missouri Southern, and we choose a different country or region of the world every fall semester to emphasize on campus. We've been doing this since 1997. We call it the theme semester. China is the only country we have done twice. Fall 2020 will be the Caribbean semester, focusing on Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and the other countries and territories that make up this region of the world. We bring in guest speakers, art exhibitions, concerts, readings, films, and other cultural events in order to educate our students. We usually have around 40 events. So this fall presents a particular challenge because of the pandemic. We're still bringing a few guest speakers to campus, but we have also scheduled 19 Zoom presentations. And anyone in the community can watch these as well from their computer. We will have programs on Caribbean rum, the Pirates of the Caribbean, not the Johnny Depp movies, but the real thing, the Haitian Revolution, Cuban baseball, voodoo, whether it's a cult or a religion, even Bob Marley will be the subject of a program. We're also showing 9 Caribbean films in Cornell Auditorium in Plaster Hall on Tuesday evenings, beginning on September 8th with Sugar Cane Alley. Admission is free to everyone, but we will be practicing social distancing. And for a complete schedule of our Caribbean semester events, you can go to www.mssu.edu/Caribbean. And there you have it. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Bob Headley. I'm chairman of the board of Rotary Sculpture Garden. Rotary Sculpture Garden is located within Mercy Park. It's a project developed by both Rotary clubs here in Joplin. It has a separate board comprised of members of both Rotary clubs, the city of Joplin, the arts community, and members from the community itself. Our goal is to make Mercy Park the destination place for individuals and families, and for families and everybody to enjoy the park and the sculptures within that park. Whether you're out for a leisurely walk whether you want to walk the dog, which we see several people doing, or you want to jog around the park. It's a fun place and a relaxing place to be. Presently, there are 9 bronze sculptures scattered around the park. All of the sculptures have been donated so far by local individuals. Each sculpture has a plaque that identifies the donor, the sculpture artist, and the name of the sculpture. I'm happy to announce today there will be 2 new sculptures installed soon. One is called Bamboo. It is a 12-foot tall by 7-foot wide, multicolored bronze, highly polished sculpture. The sculpture artist is Tim Cottrell. The sculpture is being donated by a Dr. Phil Apson, who is an anesthesiologist from Colorado. The donors for delivery and installation of the sculpture are Langston and Sharon Bishore and Harry M. Cornell Jr. The second sculpture is called Lift Her with Butterflies. The sculpture is 6 feet tall by 18 inches wide. It's a multicolored bronze sculpture in extraordinary detail. The sculpture will sit on an 18-inch pedestal base. The artist is Angela de la Vega, and the sculpture is being donated by Sharon and Lance Bishore and Harry Cornell. We are hoping to get those sculptures installed very quickly. Thank you very much.
My name is Carolyn Clark, and I'm president of the Joplin Area Organist Association. Our organization's purpose and goal is to promote the organ and organ music in the Joplin area. Our group consists of area organists, organ enthusiasts, organ technicians, and musical friends. Our desire is to encourage the appreciation of all types of organ music and provide opportunities for like-minded persons to gather together and share this joy. JAOA was organized in 2008, and we have about 25 members at present. 2 of our past events were a Praise and Thanksgiving program on November the 23rd, 2019 at the First Presbyterian Church in Carthage, and it featured the 1924 Austin pipe organ. And on January the 25th of 2020, we held an evensong Light of Tabor service at the Central United Methodist Church in Webb City. Due to the COVID-19, 2 events were canceled. One was our annual hymn festival that was scheduled for June the 27th and 2020. And then on March the 28th, 2020, some JAO members were to participate in the Sights and Sounds of Solace at the First United Methodist Church in Joplin. But a recorded program will be presented in the near future to support the Solace House of the Ozarks. Our meetings are held annually in August, and planning future programs for 2020 are pending. We do plan to have a hymn festival in 2021, and also possibly a Praise and Thanksgiving program this year in November 2020. Thank you.
So my name is Kay Lewis. I'm the director of Midwest Regional Ballet. As you know, most businesses in the area, we shut down in March, about 3 weeks before we were supposed to open our original version of Oz in April. So we hope to be presenting that in November before Thanksgiving. The punk rock version of Oz, but it's still the same storyline. There's some David Bowie music, some old punk rock bands that made remixes or recovers of the original songs from Oz. So hope to see you all there. Hopefully we're going to do it. We also have upcoming a Broadway workshop that will be presented September 14th through October 19th at Midwest Regional Ballet. The instructor is Desiree Dillon, who is a former dancer of Midwest Regional Ballet, has been touring professionally around the world on cruise ships, and just recently was at the Bicknell with Finding Neverland. So hopefully that class goes over well. We have a lot of, it'll be consistent of vocals, tap, jazz, acting, and how to audition for a Broadway show. We'll also be presenting another show in the spring. One of the local favorites is Allison's Steampunk Wonderland. Such a clean music, so we will be bringing that back to the stage in the spring. Of course, we are accepting enrollment for fall as of now, and we are practicing social distance at Midwest Regional Ballet. I hope our community stays healthy, happy, and we all come out of this with better lives, I guess. I don't know. So nice to talk to everybody.
This is Clifford Wirt. I'm the treasurer for the Harry M. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. And that the Cornell Complex is coming in 2022. Situated on the present Memorial Hall parking lot site, the 37,000 square foot structure will be the new home for Connect2Culture and Jorge Spiva Center for the Arts. Center stage on the first floor will be the 475-seat B-Shore Performance Hall. The retractable backstage door will be a hallmark of this space, with retractable seating and hydraulic risers leveling the front presidium seating. The entire floor space, including the stage, will then be on one level to house banquets, trade shows, and other similar types of gatherings. Spiva Center for the Arts patrons will be captivated by the second floor Freeman Health System Gallery, supported by 3 other separate galleries: the Permanent Collection Gallery, the Regional Gallery, and the Rental Gallery. The third floor will feature 2 classrooms for Spiva and all office spaces for Connect2Culture and Spiva, along with the third floor Crossland Construction Company rooftop venue on the Joplin Street side. Pro Musica's future office will also be in the third floor, so the Cornell Complex, Joplin's future home for the arts. The Leggett and Platt Green will be capable of accommodating over 2,000. The park-like setting will facilitate outdoor performances, seasonal festivals, car shows, and much more. And one final word that you are the first to hear: we have officially topped our $16 million initial goal, $16 million initial goal, thanks to the sponsors of individual business foundation organizations. And we are now on our way to achieving our expanded $17.5 million goal.
Hi, I'm Sarah Syria with Neosho Arts Council. For 10 years now, we have worked to strengthen and enrich our community by growing appreciation, participation, and support for the arts. In March, our entire calendar of spring and summer events was derailed by COVID-19. We didn't let a global pandemic stop our efforts to bring arts and culture to our community. For 7 weeks, we held weekly challenges across a spectrum of artistic disciplines. We offered Zoom-based workshops for all ages, and we partnered with Art Central Carthage to hold summer arts camps. We reached campers in 12 cities and 5 states. As we head into fall, we are carrying on with caution. The 25th anniversary of the Thomas Hart Benton Art Competition and Exhibition will be held virtually this year. Our judge, award-winning artist Jordan Seabury, will join us to present awards and cash prizes via Zoom. Plus, we will be holding some special Benton-specific virtual workshops. A current call for mural bids is open to area artists. As we head into fall, a slate of virtual workshops for artists of different ages and skill levels will be unveiled. Our annual Art Squared Kids and Teen Art Contest is free to enter and also going virtual. We are currently accepting applications for a commission-free Big Spring Gallery housed in the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. We invite area art supporters and artists to join our circle of patrons and show you stand alongside an invaluable group of loyal donors who believe fine arts have something profound to offer every person from every walk of life. We look forward to the return of ArtCon, our pop culture convention celebrating the fine arts that make comics, TV, and movies possible. Stay up to date on these events by following Neosho Arts Council on Facebook and visiting neoshoarts.net. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Leanna. I'm the arts coordinator for North Heights Neighborhood. Porch Fest has been an event we have been putting on for 3 years now and incorporates music, food, and art. We've been so happy with the turnout and results as a community. This year, due to COVID, we want to honor this tradition while also maintaining social distance. We want to combat that by having a Stay on Your Porch Fest. This would involve each band recording themselves for a highlighted segment, and we would stitch together the footage and have it go live at the same time. Keenan Klein and William Cliff are the visionaries and executioners of this. I have no doubt they'll be able to safely continue Porch Fest without putting people in the community at risk. We would encourage neighbors to go onto their porches and enjoy the music at the same time. We also want to reach out to food trucks and see if they could deliver or take orders beforehand so people could maintain distance and still enjoy the food trucks. Lastly, we would reach out to visual artists and crafters and want to offer pre-assembled baskets that could be delivered during the event. Audie at Neighborhood Lifehouse has already offered to help assemble and deliver on the day of the event. We reached out to a videographer too to help with the event if possible. This event will take place October 1st, and we're currently having 19 bands signed up. We're reaching out to those bands to find out if they're still interested, given the new guidelines. The second event we have planned, which ideally would have been a neighborhood walking studio art tour where local artists in North Heights open up their homes and studios in spring 2021. It would have been executed similar to Porch Fest with a map, food trucks. But with COVID, we decided to make this event virtual too. If anything changes, we would love to have this in person again, but for now we plan to ask local artists in the neighborhood to assemble a 2 to 5 minute video explaining their artistic vision, choice media, and show us around their studios. The videographer would also help with this. We've approached them, we're still waiting on the details, but as of now, we don't have that confirmed. And I'm done.
My name is Meg Bourne. I'm the founder and CEO of ArtFeeds, and we believe that all children are curious, imaginative, innovative, creative, and our greatest resource. So part of how we fuel those valuable skills is by partnering with schools and children's organizations and community organizations to create spaces, safe spaces where children are free and safe to express themselves. So how ArtFeeds works at this point is one of two ways. We shifted a couple of years ago to a digital platform. All of our curriculum is online and you can bring ArtFeeds anywhere to where you are. So both fortunately and unfortunately, we had the online platform when COVID hit, so that was a great resource for schools and community organizations. So you can get our curriculum online at ArtFeeds Online, all of our lessons, teaching videos, project examples. We're also working and focusing on our trauma curriculum this year to help with the effects of COVID and racial tensions and injustices. And in the trauma curriculum bucket, we're translating everything into Spanish, creating printables for students who might not have access to Wi-Fi or online, and teaching videos of us teaching the lesson that can be accessible directly to students. So anyone can access ArtFeeds online, and if you want to partner with ArtFeeds in the coming school year and receive programming free of cost, you can apply for Community Assist, which is due December 31st, 2020, for the following school year in partnership. So this coming school year, we'll be partnering with 6 different states, also 6 different countries, and 25,000 children with the focus on our trauma curriculum and expression and mental and emotional wellness. So you can find out more at artfeeds.org and also get all of our free weekly content on any social media channel. That's ArtFeeds on Instagram and ArtFeeds on Facebook.
I'm Paula Callahan. I'm with Historic Murphysburg Preservation. We are a nonprofit that's been in existence since 2005. We started this nonprofit in hopes to bring awareness to our historic district. We do things like events for all kinds of like homes tours, garden tours, kitchen tours. We've done many, many events since 2005. One of our biggest events we had last year was the homes tour. We brought 700 people into our town, and we highlighted 3 different historic districts: Murphysburg Historic District, North Heights Historic District, and Downtown Loft District. It was very, very successful. We're very lucky to have good weather, and so we had a great turnout. What's coming up for us, we are in planning stages in 2021 to celebrate our Murphysburg sesquicentennial. So we'll be turning 150 years old, and we want to celebrate Patrick Murphy's legacy. And we're planning on maybe as like a street fair with Irish heritage theme, music, food, fun things to bring people into the historic district. So Our main purpose is we want to bring people here, see the beauty of our architecture, and in hopes to get people to invest in it, live here, and enjoy historic living. You can find out all about us on our website. Everything that we document through photographs, through stories of the past. We do things like just all kinds of historical documentation. Anything we do, we put it on our website, so you can find it at murphysburg.org. We have beautiful pictures of our historic homes that we have been collecting over the years. And thank you very much. We're always open.
Okay, I'm going to highlight just a few of the things going on at Spiva, and I'll walk you around this slide starting at about 7 o'clock position with Creation Station. This is our weekly arts program for kids. It's on Tuesday afternoons from 3:45 to 5:15 and is now an online event offered at no charge. The projects are all designed around materials that the students already have at home. At 8 o'clock, you'll see the annual membership show, which runs from October through December and is open to all Spiva members. It's a big favorite and an opportunity for amateurs and professionals to display their work. The show will usually include jewelry, sculpture, woodworking, pottery, and painting. At about the 10 o'clock position, you'll see Missouri Art Now, a collaborative show with the Post Art Library and 4 other art centers around the state. This traveling show celebrates contemporary Missouri artists and is part of the state's bicentennial celebration. The call for entry will go out on July 31st to November 1st, and the exhibit opens at Spiva on May 28th. Photo Spiva is up at the top. This will be the 45th annual National Photography Competition. In 2020, we had almost 2,000 images entered by 199 photographers from around the United States. Entries are accepted from October 1st through January 1st, and the exhibit opens on March 20th. Next is Film Spiva, the 48-hour film festival in partnership with Bookhouse Cinema. Teams pick up their topic assignments and instructions on Thursday, August 6th, and have until Saturday, August 8th to turn in their completed films. The films will be screened at Bookhouse on Saturday, August 15th. At about 4 o'clock, you'll see what is actually 2 shows curated by Joplin native Sunny Ruffin. Miss Ruffin will show her own textile work in the regional gallery in a show called Sunny Ruffin's Easttown. In the main gallery, she's put together an exhibit of world-class contemporary African-American art called Route 66, Community and Culture Across the 6 o'clock, Snyder's Freedom Endeavor, Photographs and Stories of American Veterans, which will be on exhibit from October through December of this year. Thank you very much.
All right, I want to thank Emily and Connect2Culture for organizing this. This is a great thing for the Joplin community. I'm Keith Talley, I'm chair of the music department, Missouri Southern. Normally we have about 30 to 40 events every semester, events, senior recitals, guest artists, ensembles, and it's most things in our energy where TV on most of that for this semester. So we do plan to have concerts. We do plan to live stream all of our concerts depending on if the venue supports high-speed internet or not. Most of that is going to be run through our website and our Facebook page. So mssu.edu/music or MSSU Music Department on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at MSSU Music for any of these updates. Hopefully, once the semester starts to get going, we can figure out for sure exactly what we're going to be able to present. We probably will be doing a few virtual ensembles. Seen those on our Facebook page from our choirs earlier this summer and late spring. We may be doing a few more of those projects, but we're engaged in the community the best that we can, and we're dictated by governed by different setups than some other organizations. So, but we do plan to be performing, and you may just have to catch us on Facebook instead of a live performance. But hopefully this spring we'll be back to normal. So I yield the rest of my time to back to.
Thank you, Emily. Well, currently all rehearsals and performances for the 40+ all-volunteer Heartland Concert Band are on hold. However, we do have 3 items of good news to share. First off, we've obtained through donations some new musical instruments for the band. mainly several timpani, which we are excited to be able to use. It will allow us to expand and perform a broader range of compositions. Secondly, our student instrument loan program is going to kick off this fall. Currently, we have about 15 instruments that have been donated, cleaned, and repaired, and are ready to be loaned out to local schools for this coming year. Aaron Power, our director, has been coordinating this with some of the local band directors, and we're excited to get that started. Finally, and most importantly, we have a contract for an original composition to be presented in May of 2021 in recognition of the 10th anniversary of the Joplin tornado. It is our intent for the piece to honor the 161 Joplin residents that lost their lives, but also to celebrate the amazing, resilient spirit of those that survived, persevered, and rebuilt our community and continue to do so. So we are looking forward to that opportunity to present that in May of 2021. So until we feel we can gather together for rehearsals, we continue to plan and organize, and for the first time really look at our long-term goals and direction for the band. And we're excited about what we have planned. So thank you. I'll yield the rest of the time back to you.
My name is Shelby. I'm with the Joplin Empire Market. We are excited to be reopening this weekend on August 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've mostly been, not mostly, but mostly been doing curbside and online ordering. But we're excited to be back indoors at the height of tomato and pepper season. So it's a good time to come out. But if you're not comfortable with coming indoors yet, we will still be doing online ordering, which is Tuesday evening through Thursday evening. So it's Tuesday, which means you should go over tonight and go order your ice cream and your dairy, which, speaking of the dairy, that will only be online. So one great option of having both online and indoors is that you can go order your dairy or get your Pop-Tarts saved, come pick those up, and then go and pick out your tomatoes indoors or whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to be taking extra precautions. Everyone indoors, the market, will be required to wear a face covering. We will have extra hand washing stations and sanitizer available. And then our booths will also be distanced along the walls. That way there's plenty of room to spread out. And then we also have new downtown merch that we've added to our online website. So if you haven't seen that yet, I would also encourage you to head over and pick out a new t-shirt. And then we have started working on restructuring events for the fall and the winter. So we will still be doing some of those. They will just look a little different. And then our community gardens, we are getting ready to work on some programming for that. So I would encourage you to keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'm done.
Okay, Urban Art Gallery, and I'm Linda Teeter. Urban Art Gallery opened November 2015 to provide the ArtWalk artists a full-time place to be seen, not just 24 hours a year in the ArtWalk season. The gallery is located at 511 South Main Street in downtown Joplin. Our gallery is edgy and unpredictable in style, but always predictable in quality of art on walls to the jewelry cases. Currently, 15 artists have works at the gallery for sale. We have normal times, we would have workshops and hands-on artisan classes. We show local art solo shows and group shows monthly. Urban Art usually has receptions and open on first Thursday and third Thursday evenings or normal times, but this is no receptions and no event gatherings at this time. In August, we will host artist Jim Johnson, a painter and award winner from a recent Joplin Arts Fest, who resides in Rogers, Arkansas, showing his large paintings of celebrities. Our hours are posted on our Facebook page, Urban Art Gallery Joplin. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Keep in mind, our venue can be rented for modest fee for intimate gatherings and senior shows. I also curate Joplin Avenue Coffee and Joplin Chamber of Commerce, so if you're an artist with interest, please contact me at urbanartjoplin@gmail.com to show or to rent. Thank you.
I'm Lori Hahn. I'm the Executive Director for the Downtown Joplin Alliance. And our mission in a nutshell is economic vitality through historic preservation for downtown. We generally consider downtown the area from the depot down to the Griffin Building and from the Scottish Rite on the west side over to the Empire Market. So this is a pretty large area. It encompasses approximately 150 blocks and 250 historic buildings. So that's why that activating those historic buildings is a big part of what we do. we activate the vitality through a lot of ways. Events, of course, most of you probably are familiar with Third Thursday. Obviously, this year is a little different, like most of you were saying. We do Third Thursday, we do the Empire Market, we do Wine Share. Again, that's been canceled most of the year, but we are doing, August 7th, we have a virtual Wine Share happening, so be sure to tune in for that. We do a lot of promotions for downtown, shop small promotions. We just introduced a new downtown brand. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out on our website. One thing I wanted to mention too, with that new downtown brand, the downtown brand itself is available that you can use on any of your promotions or your materials and things like that. If you're doing something in downtown, it's a shareable brand that basically anybody has access to for their products. We do a lot with the appearance of downtown. We have a clean team that does bi-monthly pickups around. They do the flower beds and pick up trash and things like that. We do murals. We helped on front facades before, just volunteering and helping building owners paint and things. So we work a lot with our existing businesses, new businesses. Trying to fill the empty buildings is always a big priority for what we've got going. And we've got a new program launching that is the Endangered Properties Program, and we're going to be working specifically with some of the more derelict buildings that have been really languishing, and hopefully get some of those activated. So hopefully we'll see you all the Third Thursday before too long.
Hi, I'm Kathy Knapp from the Joplin area Town and Country Quilters. Under normal circumstances, we meet on the third Tuesday of each month at Peace Lutheran Church in Joplin. At our meetings, we have an educational presentation put on by a guild member, a potluck at noon, followed by a paid speaker. Currently, we're not holding meetings due to COVID-19. The guild exists, though, not only to educate quilters, but as a 501c3 organization. We make quilts, burp cloths, receiving blankets, Christmas stockings, placemats, and lots of other handmade items that are given away each year in October to agencies that serve the community. We are continuing to work on our community service projects by hosting drop-off and pickup days, and then members take the projects home to complete them in the safety of their home. Our guild is open to quilters of all abilities and all ages. Our dues are $20 annually. We host a quilt show every other year on the odd years to fund our organization. Please keep checking our website, townandcountryquilters.com, to see when we will again resume normal activities. Thank you.
Hello, I curate the First Thursday Art Walk, and the Art Walk was started in March of 2008 to network artists and the musicians to the community. It is a free community event, indoors venues, family-friendly, wheelchair accessible. Whether in a pop-up location or actual gallery, you will see local art at its finest. Under normal circumstances, you can walk the art annually March through October, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. in historic downtown Joplin. On our 13th season, we started out this year in March with an in-face art walk. So then we had to regroup in April, and in May we started Art Walk on our Facebook page, First Thursday Art Walk Joplin Mo on each Art Walk night, showing pre-recorded artist interviews and concerts on our page. The content stays up for a month, so it gives the artists even more exposure. On August 6th, our next Art Walk at 5:30, we'll upload 3 hours of content of artist interviews, Spiva trivia, downtown poetry, concerts, and other content available. This will protect our artists from community exposure, and of course, it will also give safety to our patrons. You can find us not only on Facebook, but Twitter, Joplin Art Walk, Instagram, Art Walk Joplin. If you're interested in participating in the Art Walk, contact me at lteeter00@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nanda Nunley, and I am the president of the Minnie Hackney Community Service Center. The Minnie Hackney Community Service Center of Joplin began as the Negro Service Council in 1946 in segregated Joplin. At that time, Blacks were not allowed to assemble in public spaces outside of church and Ewart Park. Our organization was set up to provide a forum for the teaching and discussion of world and national and community affairs, as well as subjects of cultural and education nature, to sponsor a beneficial recreational program for youth, to unite its members in projects of civic improvement, to arrange for and sponsor the appearance in Joplin of national Black leaders, to render financial assistance to indigent persons. After segregation, many organizations like ours closed, but the center, as it was known, continued to serve not only the Black community, but the entire community as well. We offered free meals to elderly, tutoring for youth, and social and educational meeting space for groups. Today, we continue to be one of the few Black-led organizations with a board made up entirely of women. This year, we are collaborating with several community stakeholders to organize a week-long event in July 2021. Charles McPherson, The Journey Home, is a celebratory homecoming of acclaimed jazz musician Charles McPherson. Our organization will also offer our annual Langston Hughes birthday celebration on February 1st, 2021. Please join us on our Facebook to learn more. After 74 years, I am happy to say our organization continues to educate, advocate, and inspire the Joplin area.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Christine Bentley, and I am the director of the MSSU Spiva Art Gallery, and I'm also associate faculty within the art department. So I'm here to speak for both the art department and then also the gallery. Some of the things we wanted to highlight for the coming year, one being that we have a new post-baccalaureate studies in art. The graduate certificate was approved by our accrediting body and is now active. We had our first cohort of students who have already completed the requirements and will be receiving their certificates shortly. Also, Kyle McKenzie is bringing Hostile Terrain 94 or HT94, which is an art project composed of 3,200 handwritten toe tags that represent migrants who have died trying to cross the Sonoran Desert in Arizona between the mid-1990s and 2019. This is coming to the MSSU campus this fall. We will be the only Missouri host of this collaborative international art installation that will be realized in 150 locations over a 6-month period. We regret that due to the pandemic, we will not be hosting our annual high school art day. Last fall, over 100 regional high school students came to our campus and attended art workshops with our faculty and staff using our specialized facilities and equipment. We absolutely hope to resume in the fall of 2021. Also, we are in the early stages of planning our annual Nanette Philibert Business of Art Symposium. It will likely be in October, so the dates are TBA. This one day event focuses on bringing business and visual art professionals to present expert insight into the business end of professional art careers, and it's a really great event. For the gallery, we are excited to announce that we have built an immersive museum studies classroom complete with long-term storage for our permanent collection of African objects. We also just completed a site visit with 2 experts as part of a grant we were awarded through CAP, which is awarded through the Cultural Heritage Foundation. So do I get more for doing 2, or I wasn't sure?
We can give you a few more seconds just to wrap it up.
Okay, so we were excited to have these 2 experts come out and assess our collection, and they had only positive things to say. Also, at least half of the upcoming gallery season will transition to evening artist talks. We'll now have them at 6 p.m. and then the receptions at 7 p.m. because we want to better enable the public to be able to attend some of our receptions. And then we've moved the upcoming artist lectures to a much larger room for social distancing. So you can also view these on YouTube. We're doing our best to accommodate physical distancing for our events. Hope to see you at some of them, and thank you for giving me some time to speak about both of these.
Hi, I'm Jane Ballard. I'm representing the 4-State Photography Enthusiast, which is actually a Facebook group, not an actual organization like so many of these groups are, but we're people who like to play with our cameras. We meet when we can, and we talk about photography. It's a family-friendly group too, and we welcome all skill levels, and it's all about learning. We have 3 events coming up. One of them is Saturday, October 3rd. This is Scott Kelby's Worldwide Photo Walk Day. Details will be coming on that one as far as who, what, where, why, and when. There's a leader that will take a group of photographers to a specific location, and they have a challenge as to who can produce the best photograph and enter in the worldwide photograph gallery. And there's all kinds of prizes and things there. Then this is literally worldwide. Then Saturday, October 10, subject to change, of course, we have to have the opening reception of a gallery that we're doing at Maple and Common. The theme is called 2020 Up in the Air, like everything has been this year. It will run through November 22nd. We're currently accepting entries for this show. And then in May, maybe, we'll be at Spiva again with our annual Through the Lens exhibit. Everything, like everybody else has been saying, is just subject to change and to be announced. We had a couple of shows this year that had to be postponed or completely canceled. One of them went virtual, but we're trying. We're still out there. Follow us on Facebook.
I'm Margie Moss. I am one of 16 local artists that are part of a collective called Local Color Art Gallery. We're located in the historic Griffin Building at 1027 South Main in Joplin. And we have been there. We've been part of the Joplin art scene for 10 plus years, and we just love our space. Where our artists create in paintings in oil, acrylic, watercolor. We do jewelry, sculpture, glass, and pyrography. And we offer a nice collection of Route 66 art as well. Classes are offered for everyone. Children ages 8 and up, intermediate and advanced painters, even those who want to give it a try at painting and want to enjoy a glass of wine. We have Vino and Bango once a month. We are offering some new classes, one in glass and also one in pyrography, with the addition of new artists joining our gallery. And we're doing a first. We're doing a face mask painting class coming up on August 6th. So every year we choose a local charity and we have a fundraiser for them. Each artist donates a piece of art, and the winners are announced at a party that we have at the gallery. It's always a lot of fun. And last year we did it for the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks, and we were able to contribute $2,000 to their cause. So that was really fun and wonderful as well. We have masked up, and along with the addition of our face mask painting class, we are going to be selling masks, and we require them when you enter the gallery, and we can offer free masks to those who come in. We do require them for our classes, and we are social distancing, of course. So our hours are from 11 to 3, Monday through Saturday, and we're offering a weekly online Facebook auction. So thank you all so much for listening, and thank you, Emily and Lauren.
Hi, I'm Eric Wolf, head of theater here at Missouri Southern State University, and I just want to briefly talk about our upcoming season at MOSO Theatre. Like many others, we're adjusting to the ever-changing environment here. So our 2021 season has been adjusted, but we're still planning on going forward. I apologize for the alarm that's going off in the background. They're testing our systems. But our season includes Nevermore, The Imaginary Life and Mysterious Death of Edgar Allan Poe, October 29th through November 1st, Christmas with Little Women, December 3rd and 6th, Tartuffe, March 11th through 14th, Wind in the Willows, April 29th through 2nd, and our one-act festival, May 7th through 8th. All our shows are at 7:30 and 2:30 Sunday matinees. Tickets will be available online. Part of our commitment to reaching out and part of the community is we're waiting to see what's happening with the local high schools before we move forward with our 24-hour high school play festival, which was originally scheduled for February. I just want to finish up by saying we just started a music theater degree and are now offering certificates in arts management and leadership, both starting this fall. thank you, Emily, and everyone with Connect2Culture for having us as part of the group.
Hi, my name is Allison Blevins, and I'm the director of Small Harbor Publishing. We began in 2018 with the first issue of Harbor Review, and that's an online literary magazine where poetry and art converse. The magazine grew pretty quickly, and now we have an all-volunteer staff of 13 people who live across the United States and Canada. We publish reviews, and we run 2 micro chapbook competitions every year with cash prizes. They are the Washburn Prize and the Editor's Prize, and you can find us online at harbor-review.com, and we are on all social media. This month was really exciting. Small Harbor Publishing was officially formed as a nonprofit organization, and we began Harbor Editions. Harbor Editions is the print side of the organization. We will be publishing print books and chapbooks. Our goal is to publish unique and diverse voices. We are a feminist press, and we're committed to diversity and inclusion. You can find us online at smallharborpublishing.com, and of course, all social media. Right now, we're accepting submissions for our chapbook competition, the open reading period, and on September 1st, we will begin accepting submissions for full-length poetry books for something called our Laureate Prize, and that will be judged by Missouri Poet Laureate Karen Crego. We are in the middle of a fundraising campaign to raise money for ISBN numbers, and if you're not familiar, those are the little numbers on the back of books that you buy, and you have to have them, and they're shockingly expensive. So if you would like to donate, you can visit our PayPal site from our website, and we would definitely love to have your support and donation.
Thank you very much. My name is Becky Arnell. I'm the founder of Dream Theater Company. Today I am here representing the Joplin Arts District as Vice President. The Joplin Arts District started in May of 2019, and we are now incorporated, and we are recognized as a 501c3 charitable organization. So what is the Joplin Arts District? Well, we are from B Street to 12th Street, and then from Wall to Pennsylvania. That incorporates the entire arts district. So that's 56 blocks of art focused in the downtown Joplin area. So we are dedicated to building relationships with people who are in the arts and entertainment industry to encourage them to take part in the arrangements. And the more artists we have, as well as businesses and creative services that are offered in this area, it kind of creates this welcoming beacon for other artists. And what we plan to do is advertise through signage so that the vibrancy of our area is communicated to the tourists and guests in the area. Currently, what we got going on is there's going to be a Welcome to Joplin Arts District mural painted on the north side of the Covert Electric Building at A and Main Street. This is going to be painted by Andrew Batchelor and Linda Pasori. We also have a Midtown mural that is planned for Smith's Floor Design, which is between 8th and 9th on Main Street, South Wall side. If you are interested in participating in being a member of the Joplin Arts District, or if you have any questions, home base is 511 South Main Street, and you can call 438-5931.
I am Andrew Batchelor, Secretary for Joplin Regional Artists Coalition. We are a group of local regional artists. Right now, I believe we have 122 members. We have 3 to 4 shows a year in the region. Spiva Arts is one of them, usually November to December. We have a show at Art Central in Carthage. We have a show next year at MSSU. Thank you, Christine. We're excited about that. First time we've done that. We also have a studio tour annually. This year, we will not be having that. We just finished up a virtual show on our website and all social media called Out of Confinement. Jane Ballard, one of our winners. Congrats, Jane. It was a beautiful piece. We loved it. You can join our organization for $35 a year. You can participate as little or as much as you'd like. It's just a great way for all of us artists in the area to get together, bounce ideas off each other, be inspired by each other, and just meet, get to become friends. And it's just a great organization. Every year we have an honorary scholarship that we give to somebody who may be dabbling in the arts. And thank you, Emily, for taking me away from A.G. Barr's testimony today. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
You have any other parting words? You have 20 seconds. That's
Oh,
it.
I thought that was, I heard a beep. I thought I was done.
No, it's your phone.
Oh, okay. Well, we have our website, Joplin Regional Artist Coalition.org. We're on all social media. I would really encourage everybody, even if you're not, to join us. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this event. It's really nice to see everyone, and it's really cool to be included in this. My husband and I own Bookhouse Cinema. We're at 715 East Broadway in Joplin. We show independent films, foreign films, classics, documentaries. Of course, we stopped running our indoor theater in March, and we were able to get a grant that allowed us to purchase equipment so we can show movies outside. So all throughout this summer, we're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. We've been showing repertory films in our new outdoor theater, and it's been a lot of fun. We are showing, older titles. We're trying to pick things that appeal to different audiences, since we only get one movie a weekend, and we want to still appeal to all the audiences that we had before. We've come a long way in developing good attendance for new independent releases and foreign films. And we're really proud of that, because in the beginning, it was a little touchy with some of those ticket sales. We've been open for 2 years. We partner with Missouri Southern and their film festivals for the last 3 semesters. We're not showing their films this fall, but we are doing some other events with them for their Caribbean semester. We've got the upcoming Spiva event. We love partnering with local organizations, doing fundraisers, special events. We do have our walls in our pub area are open to local artists, so people can reach out to us, and we like to hang local art. We generally rotate that every 8 weeks or so. We are holding up. We're just waiting until we can use our indoor cinema again and start showing new movies. We do have a new documentary, actually, that we're going to show outside, and that's special. You can check us out at bookhouse.joplin.com for updates. Thanks for including us.
Hi, I'm the co-organizer of Downtown Poetry, and I run the series with another local poet named Julie Ramone. Downtown Poetry is a poetry reading series and open mic night at Joplin Avenue Coffee. Our events normally take place on the 3rd Monday of every month. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel all of our events for the fall, but we do hope you all continue to support Joplin Avenue Coffee. They've been such a great partner with us for these events. We are working on scheduling and hosting virtual readings on our Facebook page, so please like us on Facebook for updates for when those readings might be taking place.
I'm Marilyn Marshall from Studio 124 and Dream Theater Company. Dream Theater has been under the leadership of Becky Arnell for 14 years. As a partner and producer, director, and actor, I'd like to share our upcoming season with you. Upcoming, we have a night of one-act plays, a Broadway musical review, Evil Dead, the musical, a director's workshop, various fundraisers, the play, The Complete History of America Unabridged, a Harry Potter themed Yule Ball, the play And a Child Shall Lead, based on actual events. We also offer children's workshops regularly. We find the arts to be vital to us and to our community. We look forward to sharing in these events with all of you and we appreciate Connect2Culture for this opportunity.
All right, I'm Lauren Cobble, the naturalist with the Wildcat Glades Friends Group. And we've been around for about 2 years. I know Robin spoke last time. She's our executive director and she happens to be out of town. We've just done so many amazing things in the last 2 years, and we have so much more to do. We're adding the education cottage in over at the old baseball field that is now known as the Wildcat Glades Village. If you haven't been out there, we've got some really neat stuff, a new play area. We'll be putting in an ephemeral pond, a boardwalk, all kinds of things just out there in that space, just to the west of the nature center here where MDC is located. We've actually cut in a new shortcut trail that you can hike straight from there, and it goes down into the pavilion area by Shoal Creek. And you know, we've grown a whole lot, but the only place we've got to go from here is straight up, and I think that's awesome. And I want to thank everybody here because I know that you guys support us by sharing and letting us come on these things and sending to your kids to our programs, and that helps out more than you could ever know. As you know, just like everybody else, COVID-19, our world is super different. Normally right now we would be finalizing our agenda and getting things polished up for the water festival. We can't do that this year. We can't gather 1,500 people down to educate about water. So what we're going to be doing is something called Water Festival Week, and that's going to go on from the 3rd to the 8th. We're going to be offering in-person small class-sized classes with some of our sponsors, Extreme Sports Scuba, Joplin Stand-Up Paddleboard, Mako Fishers, and we'll be offering all of those classes and additional classes virtually. And we're going to spend the entire week educating about water, which is what we would be doing at the Water Festival if we were having it. Every month, still, even through all of this, we have preschool classes. We have something called Nature Explorers, which is 7 to 12-year-olds. We do educational skills. They'll come out and check those out. We've got some big events for fall.
Good afternoon. My name is Justin Thomas, and I am the Vice President of the Pro Musica Board. Pro Musica was founded by Cynthia Schwab in 1981, and Pro Musica's mission is to foster interest in, appreciation for, and enjoyment of world-class live classical music in Joplin and the 4 states area. We believe everyone deserves the access to the power of live classical music. So for 41 years, we've offered free concerts from nationally and internationally recognized musicians through our chamber series, hundreds of arts education events, and our Baka Bye Baby family concerts in partnership with the Joplin Library and many, many more. We rely on generous support from individuals, sponsors, and foundations, and we are proud to receive funding from both the Missouri Arts Council and the National Endowment for the Arts. We are one of the few Missouri organizations to consistently receive NEA funds who are outside the Kansas City and St. Louis areas. We are in the midst of innovating our fall performance schedule due to COVID-19. However, in early 2021, we're thrilled to present New York Ying Quartet, the Boston Brass, and the innovative banjo-adorned Invoke Quartet out of Texas, and many, many more. Please follow us on Facebook and visit promusicajoplin.org to stay up to date on our exciting fall and spring plans.
Of course, any live performance theater, the COVID affects them so differently than so many other areas because you actually have people on stage speaking to each other, not necessarily with mask on or social distancing. But our theater is celebrating its 80th year of existence, which is amazing. And we have journeyed through our obstacles since March we finally were able to put on the show Interlapping, which was supposed to open in March. We did have to cancel Bonnie and Clyde. We did have to postpone Chicago, which we would have been in production for September right now. I will say though, we did successfully put on Interlapping last week. We had audiences from anywhere from 30. One night we almost had 50 people, and it was all worked out just beautifully with the social distancing, etc. And we were very lucky to have been the Helping Hands cleaning company in Baxter Springs donated their services, so that every night we had a professional company come in and clean the theater. We are right now readjusting our future season. Our next show that is on the boards is scheduled in January, Clue, which should be very fun, but we're trying to put some other things together. And so we just hope for the best, but we always thank anyone that supports the theater. And Emily, thank you so much for doing this.
Hi all, I'm Gina Gockley. I'm the Joplin Public Library Director. Our mission statement is a long one, so I won't share the full thing, but in summary, we are working to provide information and access to foster an atmosphere of free inquiry and provide information without bias or discrimination. It's a pretty big goal. We typically check out almost 500,000 items a year and see almost 250,000 users in our building during that same time period. This year has definitely looked different, as everyone's already said. And since March, we've had to pivot in a lot of ways that I never even imagined. I never imagined we'd shutter the library doors for almost 3 months. I never imagined we'd be doing all of our programming virtually, or that we'd have limited hours of service. Despite the newness and the challenges that these things have brought, the library staff have done an amazing job of pulling together and continuing to offer our services. Even before we were able to reopen, we started offering a new service, curbside pickup, and we're even continuing to do that today because some people still don't feel safe to come in, and I totally understand that. We also provided summer reading in an online format for the first time this summer, and we're working hard to just help our users with the needs that they have. As with many of you, future programming is a fluid thing at this point. I know we'll continue to offer virtual story times throughout the fall and some of our special team programs. During the summer, we did a test run for summer book discussions for adults and a really great Cooking with Lisa demonstration series. And we're hoping to continue those things into fall as well. During the remainder of 2020 into 2021, we hope to continue the work of developing a Friends of the Library group. That was something we started right before all of the stuff with COVID started. And if you're interested in being part of that group that will focus on supporting the library, please do reach out to me. We also are planning to offer even more virtual, better programs, especially for adults. We really want to focus on that and create a new strategic plan. Overall, we're just working hard to provide information and access, and I want to thank you for your time today.
All right, mission for the Missouri Department of Conservation is to protect and manage fish forward wildlife of the state and to provide opportunities for all citizens to use, enjoy, and learn about those resources. And that learning part is where we come in. We've been open here at the Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center for 6 months before COVID shut us down. So we're hoping to open again soon. So our programs have kind of died off. We're doing a lot of virtual programming right now. A lot of those have some type of a craft, nature craft that goes with it. Our big thing right immediately is we're starting to do some on butterflies and naturescaping, because we got a plant pickup on September 19th where you can order your native plants from a couple different vendors and they'll be here delivering them on the 19th. But like I said, most of our programming at the present time is virtual. You can register for those by going to our website, mdc.mo.gov, and click on the event tab, and you can check out what programs we've got, register for any of those that you want to. Also, a couple other things that we're doing once we get open is we've got one all that's dedicated to photographs. We're trying to get local photographers to display their photographs. We're also going to try to work with local schools to display their artwork from their schools. And if everything works, you know, that's one of the things we want to do is display the artwork from locals here for everybody to enjoy. So a lot of things kind of in the progress, but like I said, like everybody said, you know, COVID's kind of throwing a monkey wrench into everything, and we'll see how things shake out here in the next few weeks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jorge Leyva. I am a sculptor, painter, and do-it-all kind of artist. I just want to share that I am revamping the studio because I have been showing pretty much in a lot of states other than Missouri. People have asked me where I have my studio and whether they can visit. So I'm open the studio, and I am also joining these two ventures that I had with functional art and fine art. So my studio is becoming Jorge Leyva Studio and Gallery. So for people to visit and see the work close up. Also, I am opening the studio for anyone that wants to build the sculptures out of metal, that they can find an access to create. They can, they can design it, and we build it at the studio, and so they will have more, of an accessibility to a different way of creating three-dimensional art. I am excited about once we get through this pandemic and all of that, my studio will become much more accessible to everybody to work together or to serve the community.
I think we've gone through all of our presentations for today. What we're going to do now is take some Q&As. I do want to remind everyone that all of this is great information, and I really want to encourage all of the organizations to keep us informed as we move along. COVID is, like someone said, throwing a wrench in a lot of plans, but we're still here, we're still serving our mission, and we are all moving forward, making plans, getting more creative as we go. So make sure you, let's see if I can pull Lauren on here with me. I'm not sure if I can or not, but everyone should know Lauren as well. I'm going to spotlight her for a minute. Lauren is the manager of the Joplin Arts and Cultural Calendar. She's always talking to you guys, getting your information, putting your events on our calendar that we work really hard to promote through a variety of ways on our website, through emails, through going on KSN, KOAM, KRPS, KSMU, all of the different media outlets. We try to be that collective voice. So please keep us informed, and we will continue working hard for you. And now, what I would like to do, if we can, if everyone will indulge me, I will turn off the screen share and I will turn on gallery view. And if any of the arts and cultural organization representatives want to turn their camera on, you feel free to do so, so everyone can kind of see what's here. Let's make sure. I think I still have Lauren spotlighted. No, I don't think so. All right, so hopefully I've got it in gallery view. Let's see. Now we're going to take a look through some of the questions that we have here. One of the questions we have is for JRAC. Hopefully Andrew Batchelor is still here. Will JRAC continue professional development workshops, hopefully through Zoom? Ah, okay. Some people are having trouble getting their cameras on because I turned them off. So I will go around and try to turn them on. Actually, maybe I can do it all. It should allow all panelists to start their video now. So if you want to try again, yeah, I think I changed a setting. But make sure to chat with me. If not, hopefully, Lauren, are you seeing gallery view? Okay, good. Andrew Batchelor, is he still here? I don't think he is. I think he had to jump off. Sorry, Marta, we're not going to be able to answer that for you. I hope so too. I hope they do continue professional development workshops on Zoom. We'll let Andrew know. Oh, some people are having still trouble showing their video. Lauren, do you have any questions from Facebook that you want to mention?
Yes. So Brad Bracken would like to know if he can buy quilts from the Joplin area town and country quilters.
Kathy, is she still on? I'm gonna have to guess that that's 100% yes. Oh, there she is. I'll ask you to unmute.
Okay. I would have to say that the quilt show, which is every other year, we do have quilts for sale at that time. But that's the only time that we have them for sale.
Okay. Well, you've got someone who wants to be a buyer.
You can check our website and you can send us something and we may be able to hook you up with some quilters though.
So if you hear that, Brad, get in contact with one of us and we'll get you in contact with Kathy and she can help you out.
Sure.
All right. What's the next? Another question, Lauren.
This one's from Brad again. He wants to know what the process is for donating sculptures to the Rotary Sculpture Garden.
Is Bob Headley still here on the call? Let's see. Well, I know someone else is here in the wings. I wonder if Sharon would be willing to talk about that. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
There we go.
I started my video. I'm not sure.
Yep, we see you.
Okay. Well, gosh, we would love to have anyone who's interested in donating sculptures, that the committee that's involved, to do so. We have a submission form that we have to get approved, the sculpture, before the Parks Committee, and who is involved, of course, with the city of Joplin. And we have some, regulations that go along with the donations, what is allowed material-wise and what is allowed as far as content. So anyway, I think you could get him, I'd be glad to share Bob Headley's information with you, or Emily can. And who is asking? Because
This is Brad Bracken.
Brad Bracken. Okay. So Brad, we'd love to talk with you if you have an interest in donating. And I mean, I think the success of the Sculpture Park has been so evident, especially with COVID. We're kind of one of those organizations that have, we came on the scene just at the right time. I mean, it took a lot of pre-planning before we started having sculptures installed, but now that the sculptures are installed, I think people are enjoying them, and it's a good way to social distance, as we know, and also take the family out and just enjoy for tourists as well as residents. So Brad, please, do you want me to give Brad my?
Yeah,
I can
check also they had the website.
Yeah,
I think or on Facebook as well. I know they do have a contact form on the website.
Yeah, but definitely talk to us. Just don't look at that and, be put off or whatever. So we want to have as many sculptures out there as possible, and we'll have 11 soon.
All right. Next question, Lauren.
I think that's about it.
That's about it. Actually, what was the other one from Post Art Library, even though I think Jill answered it on Facebook? Let's go ahead and do that just in case someone else has the same question.
Okay, so Brad would like to know if the Joplin Public Library is still accepting artists to display their work, and if so, how do they sign up?
Okay, well, I'm happy to talk about that. We have an exhibitions committee through Post Art Library that accepts applications on an ongoing basis, and anyone is welcome to apply to show their art in the library. The committee is comprised of 5 members, and we just review those as we get them. And if you go to postartlibrary.org and scroll down and click exhibit your artwork, you just enter a few details, your name, contact information, a brief artist statement, upload some examples of your work. There's no fee to apply to show work here in the library. And then once the committee makes that decision, then we notify the artist and then we plan accordingly. We also, in addition to doing that, if you have a really cool collection of something, be it something historical or just something really interesting that you would like to share with people on the website, you can also apply to display your collection in the library's display cases.
Sorry, I did myself and was tough. So since we don't have any more questions on Facebook or on Zoom, do any of the organizations that have been participating have a question? And if they do, if you know how to use the raise your hand tool, go ahead and do that and I will call on you, or you can physically raise your hand if you can't find that and I can see you. So if anyone has any questions of anyone else presenting. I think we all have just absorbed so much great information. So thank you all for presenting. I'm glad that we were able to do this, even though it was virtual. It's so great to see all of you through the computer. And we're gonna have recordings of this, like I said, on Facebook. We'll also have one on YouTube as well. And we will have some more opportunities for Connect2Culture roundtables coming up in the future. So we'll keep you apprised of those, as well as send out a kind of a reminder about what kind of information we need on a monthly basis about your events and deadlines and all that fun stuff. So I guess that's all we have for everyone today. And it's so great to see everyone in the little boxes. Just reminds me of the, what is it called? Not the Partridge Family, the Brady Bunch, isn't it? Yeah, the Brady Bunch. So if anyone wants to stick around and ask a question, they can, but if not, I know we've gone on for 2 hours. We filled all of those 2 hours with great information. So I hope that you guys will reach out to each other, collaborate on things, and work together, and we can only become stronger. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday and a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Yes.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Lauren.
Welcome.